All right, let's open up for business and let the folks tell me, huh? They'll be the ultimate decision on what this stuff is worth. Well, that's a good start. Selling something. I want to sell you for like 700 bucks. We'll see how that gets us. Love it. Everything is great, guys. I sourced it all myself. Oh, we got a high rolling customer who just came in. Mustache and top hat, proudly displayed. He's ready to splash some cash. Did you see him cut the old man in line? What a jerk. He was like, whatever, I'm rich. All right. The 420 YOLO definitely made it work. So grats to Schneider on some excellent spot pricing. Our rune tools were too expensive. Everything else is too expensive. All right, so we got some more stuff to place. First things first, you were too expensive at 500. How is that possible? You're now worth 450. Meanwhile, plant flesh, it looks like, is also one that is basically worthless. Magic wood is really low. Preserved roots towards the top end, though. So let's try and sell these for... Call that one 700 as well. Forest fruits. Ooh, is worth at least 1,200 bucks. We're gonna try this at 14. See how that does for us. Nutritive water's in the same boat, right? We'll try that for 1350. See, like, once you know the price, the shop mechanic becomes pretty quick. You were overpriced, it told me. So let's try you at 400. And then fertilizer for 750. Bless you. And the fluid vessel, we'll try that right for that 1275. You know what? Let me see if that's actually indicative of it being worth just over. So we'll try it for 1300. And then I think that's most of what we've got that's worth selling right now. So she bought this for 450 but hated it. 1400 was a steal on the fruit. All right, I'm letting stuff go for a song. Try you for 6. Oh man, guys, I'm just getting housed. And we got a whale coming in. I wish you had gone to the pots that I have priced at $5,200. I love how there's not even a price reaction because the rich folks are just like, yeah, whatever, it's a thing, I buy it. What's money? Plebeian. All right, at least we had one solid price for once. Oh God, those pots are even a steal at 13. Granny's out here. She's buying them. She's putting them straight on eBay. I'm just subsidizing her income at this point. You were too expensive at 1250, so I'm gonna try you for $1,000. See where that gets us. And then these aren't going to be worth a whole ton, but like I'd like to at least know what I'm dealing with. So we're going to have to try some of these and just see what is, you know, just to be able to like have an answer. I'm not even making sense with how I'm pricing some of these as like an original go live price. But like, I just want some data, right? Like, give me something to work with. I can start working on the other stuff from there. I think we're about to see a lot of "you're an idiot, I can't believe this is priced so low." What they don't realize is that this is a total like value trap. I'm making everyone in Renoka dependent on the outstanding savings that they receive at Moonlighter, so that in time I control the market. I'm basically taking the Walmart quash all competition strategy, and then I'll be the only show in town for seeds and golem documentation. Yo, look at that guy. He's the most adventurous adventurer we've seen so far. He's got like a JRPG sword on his back. No one else is buying. All right, listen, guys. We're closing up shop. I need you to get out. Oh, except for you. You can stay. You two can stay. Thank you. Thank you for your patronage. Wow, so that wound up being a pretty lucrative evening, all things considered. That netted us 50 grand. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We gotta empty our bag out. I don't want to take that stuff into the dungeon with me. And so now we can make the spear. We could upgrade our weapon again, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty comfortable with spending that money. It doesn't look like upgrading your weapon yields any benefits when you upgrade to the next path though, which is kind of a bummer. Like having an upgraded version of the rusty short sword won't give us a better venom short sword. But if I'm out damaging the things I fight, I don't know that I care. We're gonna go ahead and make a spear. Not really gonna do anything with it. It's probably gonna go right back to the house, if I'm honest. Just so that we can kind of have that one tucked away. Now, 20 grand for a hawker. Cannot request this character during the night. That's fine. We'll do it tomorrow morning. We just got to sit on 20 grand. Let us upgrade. So she's still going on and on about potions. But we don't want that. We want enchantments. Yeah, so I think that's worth it again. It's kind of a diminishing returns scenario. But I mean, that's still good damage increase. I'm almost tempted to go one more, but then we won't be able to afford the hawker until we've done another trip. So let me just cool it. Like, I don't even know how much damage that's done. We'll make all 3 of these potions. We won't need any more than that, right? I didn't use almost an entire evening's worth of potions literally the first time we set foot in the dungeon. All right, let me dump the spear off. Missed the dungeon end? You didn't actually, Schneider. I warped back. Right when you left, I had enough equipment to come back and do a day at Moonlighter. So you have not missed the end of the dungeon. So your snack choice was actually quite clever, because now we can just port back. Oh, Schneider's on it. Johnny on the spot. I love it. They've been bad lately, the follower sellers. We're getting famous. They're trying. As long as I give them enough money, they want me to be famous. All right, so it looks like I can't use it again. interesting. Which is fine. Like, I'm not upset about it. Oh, and now I have a map. You know, this happened the last time I teleported too. I don't know why that is. Like, you get a map when you come back. Oh. I thought I had killed these guys. Apparently it like restores the dungeon when you leave. Oh boy. Should have brought more potions, apparently. I didn't know we were gonna have to fight our way through the dungeon again. That's interesting though, because that means that I can just keep farming this floor. Yeah, it looks like the skulls on the map are enemies, but this chest didn't have anything in it. So does it not? So I would just be getting the enemy drops. So I think we're actually, just from a resource standpoint, I think we're gonna keep going forward. I can at least explore the parts of the dungeon we didn't the first time. These guys with the big like lickatong, not a fan. I like how some of these dudes, when I kill them in the forest dungeon, they literally just like, they become a flower on the ground. All right, there's a treasure chest for me here. This is a manageable looking room. Oh, you poisoned me though. It was manageable till you poisoned me. That's just rude. I love this little, oh no! I was about to say I love this little snail, but it stepped on him. I crushed him. That's heartbreaking. You are gonna destroy an artifact, so I do not want you there. And I'll take both of you even as mysteries, because why not? And then we're just gonna have enemies here, but it's worth it. Can I shield block the pellets? Almost definitely. The shield has proven to be very reliable in blocking. I'm just kind of stubborn. And if I'm honest, like the combat isn't super difficult. The combat's like very just simple hack and slashy. So like part of it is I just haven't felt like it was necessary. Hey, Afterlife. Welcome in. Michelle is always so panicked about how much noise she makes while I'm on stream. I don't know if you guys just heard her drop that fork. She looked like she had just set off a bank alarm during a heist. No shield, just like DS. That's what I was saying earlier. I've been playing this like I played Dark Souls. Who broke the plate? She didn't break it. She just felt like she broke it. She felt like the whole world listened to her break a plate. All right, take our hot tub time. Let's go read our note. We still do not know who is causing this grief. Some parts of our experimental forest continue to disappear, replaced with wrecked variants, occasionally covered in green slime. Our experimental forests. Huh. So is this whole forest fabricated? That's interesting. My max HP went up because we bought the bed for the house. So since I have a nicer bed, Will has more hit points when he wakes up in the morning. Guys just throwing dodgeball pairs. Yo, he hits hard though. I would like it if you'd stop throwing dodgeballs. So I'm just supposed to, well, I mean, I can just let my buddy. Oh no, that doesn't work either. He's going the other way. Okay. Oh god, just get through it. Just tank through it. We did it. That was pretty ugly, if I'm honest. He was a beast. So we'll be safe in the starting room of the 3rd floor. That's all. This also means that this is the final floor of this dungeon. And clearly we need a little bit better equipment before we're really ready to rip on this. I'd hate to go back with such a small amount of goodies to take home with us. Let me take those potions. Oh, I stepped on another snail. Let's see what we can find in another room or two. Of course I would find the flying enemy, and now I wish I had never even come into this dungeon, let alone like explore it. Bro, do you just shoot forever? I was like waiting for an opening and he was like, no openings. Look at this tree stump that looks like a head. Weird. So many mysteries. Ooh, all right. So this is just like what we saw when we were in the other dungeon where we had like a glimpse at the next dungeon. Ooh, a potion I will take for sure. Smile face shrine on the wall also. Yeah, there's like all these little hidden faces and stuff. So this is our glimpse at the next dungeon. Which, whoa, looks pretty intense. Nice way to get some materials early. All right, cool. How much does this potion heal? I don't know. Oh, I bet you I could know if I did the notebook. 75 health. So I can absorb all of that right now. So let's not be silly. Let's just take it. And then it's going to set us back in our dungeon, which is fine. Oh boy. Is it fine though? Is it fine though? For a minute, it did not feel like it was fine. It still doesn't totally feel like it's fine. All right. All right, crisis averted. I now have less hit points than ever. We've got a nice full backpack now though. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. Let's head back to the front door. And I'm gonna use the port to get out of here. It's gonna cost me 8 grand, but we'll be able to come back here on a quick trip again after this trip back home. So this actually winds up making it quite a bit faster to explore. It's just at the cost of money, but with how much money I'm making, doesn't feel that bad. All right, first things first, it's daytime, so we can buy the hawker. Good old trusty construction, bro. Oh, my man doesn't even get a full joint. He's just literally got a cart. I bet it's a hero clearing the dungeons, not this merchant I keep hearing about. He wouldn't have the proper gear. With your big oversized backpack. Get out of here. A fellow merchant. By your looks, you must be Will. Thank you for requesting my cart in Renoka. My name is Alan, and my crafted decorations remind people what it's like to feel again. If your shop is in need of a little decor, stop by Hawker's. Yo, all right. So he sells all kinds of goodies. This is like straight up like Diner Dash style. Increase the time visitors wait in the queue. I have never had a visitor get mad because I didn't have them queued up. Max number of visitors to the shop is a pretty good one. The time the shop can be open. And every visitor adds a generous tip to their payments. So that would improve it by 20%. These are dirt cheap. So I don't know why I wouldn't buy them. Speed of visitors is better. Yeah, all of this is very good. Desert. Okay, so it looks like that was our desert dungeon. Delays the delivery date of shop requests. I don't know what that means. Decreases the probability of thieves. Yo, we get a lava fountain and it decreases the probability of thieves because I'm just what? I hang up a sign that says like all thieves will be dunked. All right, so we don't have a ton of cash, right? So like we don't want to go crazy. But here's what we do want to do. Give me more max visitors. I like that. And then also give me more max visitors. Will's really, you know, we expanded the shop. Our square footage is enough to accommodate additional guests. So let's really do that. You know what I mean? Let's really let people come in and luxuriate. So do I have to place them? I do. Generous customers. So this is already adding tips. So I don't want to take that down. Where else can I place stuff? I hadn't accounted for this, gang. I don't know how much customizing I can do. There's not a ton of room to do so. Oh, Trixie. Do they all take up the same spot? They do. Bummer. So we'll lose 10% on all our sales, but we gain an extra customer. Let's see just how much of a difference that makes in the speed we get through everything. And then my guess is as we continue to add more upgrades to Moonlighter, I'll probably be able to add more of those items around the shop. Like I can't imagine it's just one customization. All right, so we want to sell stuff. We want to keep jellies. They're not worth a ton and I can craft with them. We got to find out what all this shit's worth. We got all kinds of stuff that like I don't even know what it is. We got magic mushrooms and magnetic cores and stuff. Who knows? Flammable dust. So let's do some selling. Fertilizer we know is a song at 750. So let's try it. Let's try it for 1,000 flat. We have never sold an old bulb, but we know forest fruits was a steal at 14. So let's try an old bulb for, check this, 1,700 big ones. Yeah, Schneider, I'm hoping that when I upgrade, I'm of the same thought as you. I think that when I upgrade, I'll be able to get away with putting more stuff out in more places. Try you for 500. Venomous spores were a steal for 10. You loved them for 10, folks. How about for 20? Modified seeds, we've never sold one. I'm gonna try you for 700. I feel this is like how everyone sets their prices. They just like, they throw shit on the shelf and they're like, yeah, sure. 900 bucks. Why not? Dumber people have done dumber things. All right, Moonlighter is open. We do want to at least make up enough money so that if worse comes to worse and we get chased out of the dungeon a second time before we hit the boss, we have enough to portal back. Crazy how to start and then adjust. I agree, but I think there's something to be said about like going to extremes so that then I know at least the ballpark I'm playing with. Starting low isn't always the best choice. Oh, we had a whale by that and it was priced pretty expensive. But I also like my inventories fill up. So I want to sell stuff and get it unloaded so that I can turn around and then have stuff, have more room to store things again. Although it does look like every single thing I sold. Yeah. we're running a discount store right now. Ah, there we go. I nailed one of them. All right, everyone hang tight. Don't worry, I got more stuff. Oh, you thought that was all the stuff? You fools. We want jelly is gonna stay, crystals are gonna stay. Do I need all these rune tools? Probably not. We can go farm more if we need them. And then actually we're in a pretty good spot. So I'm gonna take that back and keep these rune tools for now. Let's try and sell the rest of what we have and then call it. So when the face with coins, they love it so much you want to increase it. Yeah, exactly. So the face with coins is like, oh my God, I can't believe this idiot is selling it for this price. What a dummy. So those, like, the customers love to see it. I'm sure it makes them very happy to be shopping here at Moonlighter. But we don't love to see it because that is missed profit opportunity. So some of these that we got like super happy face eyes on, we're gonna go up. And some of it's proportional, right? Like if they were excited to get it at 30, chances are it's probably not worth 100. Because there is still some rhyme and reason with, like, here in my book, they're kind of ranked in a order. So flammable dust. Let's try flammable dust. We sold its cousin for 300. Let's try this for 500. I was just here an hour ago and this was 500 coins cheaper. Yeah, but lady, when you were here earlier, we had a ton. Now we're selling out. This is the hottest place in all of Renoka to buy nutritive water. Do you know anyone else who even knows what the word nutritive means? I didn't think so. Mushrooms. The low priced ones, I actually think that I have a harder time of finding the sweet spot on them. Because when they're a little bit more expensive, I have no problem being like, yeah, this is worth 3 grand. We'll see where this gets me. Maybe that's what I should do, is just vary my strategy each time we open Moonlighter. Some days intentionally lowball, some days intentionally go like for moonshots, just in an effort to always kind of be representing one side. Uh-oh. Maybe I did it halfway through the day. All right, so we know you were too high. You were too high. Oh, one of them was still dirt cheap though. What else was too high? It was this. And we can try and sell strong leaves. Strong leaves, you say? Wonder what I found in that plant dungeon. I want to speak to your manager. Just an entire Renoka is just filled with Karens. What I think Will's really got to invest in, hear me out, because I think this sounds crazy, but I think it's smart. Will's got to invest in some upgrades to his actual, like, point of sale. Like, he's got to invest in technology here at Moonlighter. Every time someone has something that isn't a great price, I gotta walk out and manually change into a price ticker. Like, come on, man. Let's get some like Wi-Fi enabled smart displays, maybe. Get like the LED displays that Kohl's uses. Yeah, so the thing I dropped to 2 grand went from outrageous pricing at 3 grand, coin eyes at 2 grand. So that's why I say, like, the reaction is based on the price of that unit, not pricing in general. So the higher they are, you get more playroom. So those at 300 are still a bargain. These are a joke. I just unlocked Naive Merchant, which I can only assume is because I've sold so many things for the low price. So that's a fun one to have in the old achievement tracker. So 30's too much, 70's too little. I'm trying one right now for 50. Let's try this. Let's do one for 60. It's a pretty strong achievement. I'll give him credit for it. I like it. I've never even sold one of these. We'll start you at 100. Folks, Moonlighter is closing soon. Please make your final purchases. So he bought those at 50 and said it was a steal. So what will she say at 60? Oh, she didn't actually buy them. She was like, why are these marked as 60? I just saw you sell them to that guy for 50. Yeah, the presentation in general, I think, is really strong. I think the pixel art's really solid. The sound effects are good. The color palette is really satisfying. We about to be sold out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for dropping by Moonlighter. We are closed until we can restock. I appreciate your patronage. So at a glance, I can say, I think right now I would rather have the extra tip money. I never really felt like having as many people in the shop was yielding bigger benefits. So we will stick with that. Your wife might like this game. I kind of wish it was co-op. I think that's something that I would really like out of it. But I can understand, you know, if you don't design a game for that, it's tough to switch to that midstream. So I think I'm going to take the upgrade on the short sword again. It's a bummer that you can't upgrade armor more than once. We really need to start looking at doing an armor upgrade because I'm just taking so much damage. More people in shop and I have more tables. Exactly. Someone to run the shop and another one to fight at the same time. That is one idea. Or honestly, I think it would also be fun if you increased how much work had to be done in the store, and almost treated it like, what's the cooking game? Babe, what's the co-op cooking game? What's the co-op cooking game that we play? Where you're in the kitchen together? Overcooked. Yes, Overcooked. Thank you, Schneider. So if you made it a little bit more difficult so that you had like an Overcooked kind of an element to it, that would be rad. Oh, so I need the basic jelly to make the better potion anyway. So there is still reason for me to go into the old dungeon, which makes sense. I'm gonna be super lazy and just spend money to buy potions. Which, look, I'm not a proud man. Sometimes my money's worth more. Yeah, or moving out or moving up or whatever it is. But yeah, like if you think of like Overcooked, if you had a hectic storefront environment like that, and you had to accommodate for the fact that customers were in the way, someone had to go and get the stock and bring it out, and then someone else has to ring the person up, maybe have there be a system where when they buy something, if it's fragile, you have to wrap it before they go, or you have to put it in a bag, whatever. Like there's numerous ways that you could throw some kind of a hurdle in the way, and make it so that even the shop is too playable. And then you can co-op dungeon dive and have that time in the shop together. I think either of those scenarios would be a lot of fun. But I'm not against like your version, your take on it, Afterlife, where it's just like an asynchronous co-op. I think that's fun too. All right, so backtracking does me really no good. We know that just dead ends after the short detour into the sand dungeon. It does look like you get the advantage of a map every time that you port out. So why wouldn't I always port out somewhere on the 3rd floor? That seems kind of silly to just give me that as a gift when I leave. We do the big damages now. Like watch out all ye who exist within the forest dungeon. We do big damages. All right, so the old bulb is immediately going to send an artifact back to town. So let's be smart. And let's send back one of these ones that's fragile so that we don't accidentally break it. Goodbye. And then we'll take the other stuff with us. Upwards for a chest into a dead end, so we'll get that out of here. The poison I'm not about. Oh, I didn't fall. I stayed back at the precipice. I want them to show me on instant replay. The final hit from my combo now is doing bango damage. Love it. They're not ready. They're not ready. They got word there was a meeting and the boss of the forest dungeon was like, all right, guys. All right. Listen, there's some merchant. I don't know. He beat the golem dungeon. I guess he's got plans to try and come in here to the forest dungeon, whatever. Just when you see a merchant, squash him. They didn't realize, they didn't know what they were up against. Artifact becomes the artifact here. Okay. I don't know enough about how these guys are priced to play the switch game. The switcheroo game. Ooh, a ring. The luck amulet. We'll definitely be putting that to work. So let's do this. I'm gonna do one of these. We're gonna get rid of some curses just so that I don't have to try and wrap my head around what all of them mean. And get these guys prepped as a potential stack. In fact, I have told a bit of a fib. I'm gonna move you in and destroy your curse, because then I can stack you. And then if you guys, so if I'm not worried about changing who's what, we can do that and nothing changes when we get home. Everything stays as it was. I'm trying to not use a potion before we get to our hot tub. Just obviously to preserve how much health we can do at the boss. But I am a little bit worried because if I have the better potion equipped at the boss and we use it, I'm gonna have to like hot swap to the other potions mid combat, and that I don't love. Got him. Okay. I will say, if we can successfully clear this boss, that is a substantially better time than we made on the golem dungeon, which, you know, partially I think can be attributed to me being more familiar with the game and definitely from getting some extra money in the shop. But like, if there's 5 dungeons, torching one on your first go. Okay, poison floor. I love this torch through guys in one combo. Oh, so I don't really have to go back and farm the old ones if I kill the better slime dudes. They do drop the old mats, just not in as high of concentration. Ooh, 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 no, 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 no. Bruh. It's because I was talking shit about the dungeon. It heard me. Oh, my ring was not in the safety bag. I should have equipped it right away. What a dummy. We're just gonna run it back. I'm running it straight back.